Aloha, everybody. This is Cathy Bilsky, the Quantum Leap, Let Light Unite. And this is June 11th, 2023. And before we get started, I've got to do my Facebook page. I'm on it already. Whoa. Facebook just keeps changing my privacy to something I don't want. Ooh, no. Public. Done. Oh, okay. All right, we're good to go. Today we're going to work on the fire elemental again, and this is day 3, the third day we're doing it. And when you want to do magic, you need to do it at least 3 times to really make an effort. But before we get into that, I wanted to share with you this incredible book I'm reading. You can see it, Conspirators Hierarchy, The Story of the Committee of 300 by Dr. John Coleman. This is an incredible book, and if you want to know who's really running the world, then I highly, highly recommend reading it. The WEF are just front people for these people. Live and learn, right? Okay, so today, again, welcome everybody. We are going to do energy work for the fire elemental. And for those people, hi Rose, who is wondering where I was, I got censored on YouTube for 3 months for my first strike. It went from 1 week, then I would be censored, to a whole 3 months. So I really think somebody doesn't like what I put out, and they're afraid of my energy work. So that's why I haven't been on YouTube, and today is my first day. They have let me back on. Yay! So guys, we are doing energy work for the fire elemental. And as you know, this is the 3rd day we've done this energy work. Fires are all over the planet. I have not ever done energy work for the fire elemental like this. And when we do the energy work, because fires are all over the world, I have pulled together everything I know about calming fires. So if it sounds like I'm repeating myself, I might be, but it's only because it's needed, okay? Okay. Now working with the fires, because so much of the fires that are being created today are not man-made. Now fires can come from arson, from natural weather like lightning, or from above, from space, and from direct energy weapons. So, and it doesn't matter actually how it happened, we need to calm everything down. So like I said, I work on everything and try to be as complete as I can. So this energy work is 3 parts. 1, we give energy to the HAARP, which is military installations and also work with weather, and the direct energy weapons. And then we will go to part 2, which is calming the fire. And then part 3 is actually drawing rain into the fire elemental. So as I'm doing this, and gosh, if you got a crystal, go grab it because it's going to amplify our work. And I've got like a 30-pound, oh my God, I can't even grab it today. A 30-pound celestial crystal that I'm working with that's right next to me as we do the energy work. I'm feeling weak this morning. Okay. So when we're doing the energy work, we're going to create a bubble of light, put the earth in there, and I want you to send energy into the bubble. And at the same time, in your mind's eye, I want you to actually imagine this actually happening. All right, so for those that are going to participate, I want you to put your sit down, put your back as straight as you can, Hands in your lap, like you're going to receive, because you are right now. And you can be holding your crystal if you want. And I want you to take some deep breaths. I want you to inhale light and exhale out everything that no longer serves you. And imagine all that unwanted energy going through the violet flame back to God. And you fill up with your divine essence. So you breathe in light and exhale out everything that no longer serves you. And imagine again that energy going through the violet flame back to God. You fill up with your divine essence. So now I want you to imagine this incredible divine energy coming down from God, coming into your crown chakra. Allow it just to pour into your body, flowing all the way down your legs, out your feet, into the earth, down your arms, out your hands, down your spine. Feel yourself totally consumed in this divine energy. Allow it to flow out your chakras. And as this energy flows through your body, allow yourself to receive a divine healing and raise your energy even higher. All right. So again, feel that energy flow down your arms, out your hands, out your chakras, into the center, forming a bubble of light. And underneath this bubble, we're going to place this huge, 10,000 pound Earthkeeper crystal. That's going to amplify our work. All right, let there be light in the name of the presence of God, which I am, through the magnetic power of the sacred fire vested in me. And we're going to send, and we put in this bubble the Mother Earth and all the fires and all the people on the planet, everything, all life forms. All right. So let there be light in the name of the presence of God, which I am, through the magnetic power of the sacred fire vested in me, I command. I call to Michael the Archangel to come forward with your sword of blue flame to cut all ties to the HAARP and direct energy weapon programs on the planet, wherever they're located, and cut all ties to every piece of equipment that the HAARP and direct energy programs are created, and whoever and whatever created them. No matter what material it's made of, rock, mineral, plant, animal, or extraterrestrial based anything. As the ties are cut, we call the violet flame through all the elementals in the HAARP programs to cleanse, purify their energies of all negative vibrations they have taken on. See the violet flame transmuting and repurifying this energy back to light. We fill them up with the energy of the angel light to heal them. We now reconnect these elementals to the Creator, seeing them fill again up with God's pure divine love, and we command them to be neutral, to not work to break down and keep breaking down. We ask the angels to go forth and direct some of this energy to all weak spots in the HAARP and direct energy machinery, and have permission to bend metal or move any loose wire that helps break the computer and their systems down, doing so in a way where no one or anything will be hurt or harmed. We ask that all computers connected to the HAARP direct energy weapons program start breaking down, and all the information on them goes invisible, as well with all their backup systems, and see in the computers the ones and the zeros flip, 1 1, the 1 0 0, flip, screwing up their computer programs. We call to all the rats, mice, bats, fleas, snakes, birds, moles to infest all this equipment and help us break it down so it no longer works. Surround all the electrical equipment with such high energy that anyone who goes around them can't function and goes dyslexic, putting in wrong information and or just being very forgetful, and consciously making mistakes in the HAARP and direct energy weapon programs with every action. We also call to the higher selves of all people working on the HAARP in any way and the direct energy weapons, and ask that they now become confused, forgetful, and dysfunctional as soon as they enter their gates in the buildings. Imagine everyone starting to think all the HAARP locations are haunted and the direct energy weapon facilities are haunted. finding reasons to transfer out of the program to programs that are beneficial to humanity, or go into the private sector, being replaced with a light worker or no one at all. We again call to Michael the Archangel to take his sword of blue flame and cut all ties to all the people that work there, to their cars, their trucks, their company buses, helicopters, or planes to get to work. We call the violet flame through them to clean their energies up, the angel light energy to heal them and reconnect them to God. Now we command all the vehicles to be neutral and keep breaking down till their owners decide to get another job that is not harmful to any life forms. Let's ask it be done for all the HAARP and the direct energy locations all over the world, and especially if the direct energy weapons are coming from space, from satellites. And for those satellites that are into space, we're going to ask that the direct energy weapons are being used. We're going to ask that all this energy be redirected back to the satellite and to become so magnetic that they pull space junk to it, knocks it slightly out of orbit just so it won't work anymore. And if it has to come down, it will come down in an area where no one or nothing will be hurt or harmed. Now, we call to Michael the Archangel, Ganesha, the remover of obstacles, all the cosmic beings and the Creator, to cut all ties to all artificial plasma in the atmosphere. That was HAARP reptilian created, that creates a mirror. As we cut ties to their masters, we call the violet flame through all cells, atoms, molecules, DNA of this plasma to clean it up. Now we reconnect it all to the Creator, filling it all up with divine love. We command it to be neutral and no longer function. See the plasma breaking up and neutralizing itself. Let it not be able to form any square or ring frequency patterns. We place a mirror in front of this mirror to return all signals and frequencies back to the HAARP stations. And as this is done, we see the HAARP equipment imploding on itself. All computers connected with the HAARP overloading with this energy that was sent back, causing many overloads. And this is also directed all the direct energy weapons, computers, satellites, whatever is being used to use the direct energy weapons. We also cut ties to military buoys connected to the HAARP station and their dark masters. We command that all these buoys be contained in a circle of cement with a lead overlay to jam all frequencies and placing all the buoys in a position of harmlessness. We command the goddess of truth to bring all knowledge up to the people that can put the HAARP and the direct energy weapon centers in a position of harmlessness and close them down. As the HAARP's facility break down, we see everyone reconnect to the Creator, becoming awakened, spiritual, divine, happy beings. And as the HAARP and direct energy weapon facilities break down, we see the earth going back into its proper balance. All right, now we're going to work with the fire elemental. Now in your mind's eye, I want you to see the fire elemental all over the planet. And we call the Michael of the Archangel to come forth and cut the ties with whatever and whomever created it. And we're going to call the violet flame through all the fire elemental on the planet. And we command the fire elemental to allow itself to be burned off through the violet flame and not the physical, and allow itself to be calmed down and neutralized. So let's create the rain. Now, for those of you that can see this, I want you to see this is a giant ionizer that creates rain. And this is what we're going to call forth first. So this is your visual. And you can imagine these ionizers all over the planet. All right. So now, in your mind's eye, let's envision huge fields of giant ionizers that look like big metal palm trees with wires erected to generate waves of negative ions, which rise into the lower atmosphere and attract dust particles. The dust particles, in turn, attract condensation from the ambient air, and when enough condensation is achieved, the clouds can't hold water anymore, and a downpour of rain is unleashed, creating huge rainstorms that put the area back in balance, replenishing all water supplies, including all lakes, riverbeds, streams, personal water catchments, and all old underground aquifers. All right, guys. Now, where it is acceptable and natural for the planet, around the fires in those areas, we want to see a drop in barometric pressure and the humidity start to rise. And to help that, we called all the water elemental all over the planet. The water, the lakes, the streams, the water catchments, puddles, to release moisture into the air, and enough moisture that will create rain. Now, also imagine we're going to do a little bit of cloud seeding with energy. So we call to all waters on Earth again to keep releasing heavy moisture into the air, high humidity. As water rises into the atmosphere, it evaporates, turning into a gas form. Now imagine this, guys. See the water vapor cooling and condensing to become clouds. However, to condense, the vapor needs something to attach itself to. See it attaching to the tiny molecules that the fire elemental has released into the air. So warm air likes to rise, and as it rises, it cools. As the air cools, the cool air can't hold water. The water gets squeezed out of the condensing air, and a cloud begins to form. See this being done by creating a perfect updraft. That's a gentle updraft. As the water in the clouds build up enough, it may fall back to the ground as rain and draw cool air down with it as a downdraft, a gentle downdraft. As they work together, that warm updraft and cool downdraft creates a storm cell. As this continues, the cloud grows and we see large thunderstorm clouds, no lightning. These thunderstorm clouds are now ready to diversify into other storms, with the air spinning in the correct direction to create thunderstorms and nothing beyond that. Now, in your mind's eye, imagine all the CO2 in the air condensing into dry ice in the clouds, thereby seeding the clouds to rain. The dry ice also lowers the temperature to minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. That also creates more rain. Now, let's use our sacred breath to send a breath of air that would form droplets of water from the condensation, so ice crystals can form rapidly into all the forming clouds again, creating more rain. So this breath of air is going into the atmosphere and into the clouds. So take a deep breath. Now see these storms raining hard enough to put out the fires and fill up all the depleted underground natural aquifers, wells, and standing all sources of water. Now, as the barometric pressure drops, it's pulling all these rain clouds and storms into the area. Now we're going to call to the North and South Pole to gently send some cool air across the earth, cooling the land and the temperature. We call to the earth energy to send up a cold energy that will also help cool the land. And now we're going to send energy to the firefighters so they can recharge and regenerate, filled with new inspiration on how to fight the fires. And we're going to also send energy to the firefighters that are making the water drops, and see them making perfect water drops, resulting in the fire being neutralized and going out. See the world responding and sending out the help needed to put the fires out and help all life forms. See all kinds of volunteers going out. Let's send the violet flame through all the animals and people who have died in the fire. Send their spirits a calm, peaceful love energy, then see their spirits returning back to the Creator with many blessings of love. And we command the angels to go there and get all the wild animals out of the fire, away from the fires. Guide them to sacred spaces. Now see people opening up their hearts and homes to animals and people that have escaped the fires. See people opening up their properties to adopt the bees. So let's send a peaceful, calming, healing energy to everyone going through the fires, or who had gone through the fires, is going through it now. May this energy release their trauma, and as they reconnect to the Creator, they're given divine inspiration on how to move forward. So in your mind's eye, guys, see the rain being pulled into these areas, drop in barometric pressure, high humidity, cloud seeding, and see it storm with no lightning and rain hard enough to put the fires out, and see in your mind's eye the fires going out. All right, let's fill this up with a lot of energy, a lot of light and love, and take a deep breath and release it. And I give thanks for this opportunity to serve, and nevertheless, not our will, but thy will be done. And I'm going to ask that anybody that watches this or listens to this later, this energy work is amplified over 100,000-fold. And if it resonates, guys, share it. Put it on quietly in the background, subliminal, and it keeps putting that energy out in the air. The more we do it, the more successful we're going to be. All right, tomorrow, it's so good to be back on YouTube. What can I say? Tomorrow we are going to do energy work for the water elemental. That's needed. So I hope to see you tomorrow, same time. And again, aloha. Now, for those of you, I just want a gentle reminder, we are going to do another World Enlightenment event this month, and I will give you like a 3 days notice. And all we're going to do for 1 hour is chant, may divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. We do that 3 times and we go on to the next chant. May divine enlightenment descend on the committee of 300. May divine enlightenment awaken within the committee of 300. And we go on to the next one. All right, very easy. So I hope you will join us, whether it's for 5 minutes or the whole hour, that you do it with a group or alone, but you're not alone because you're joining the group. It's going to be at 5 o'clock Hawaiian time, 8 o'clock Pacific time, and 11 to midnight Eastern time. So this should be pretty easy to link up to. If you can't make it, just send energy ahead of time. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful Sunday. Oh, sorry, almost forgot to ground everybody. All right, if you got the stone hematite, go grab it. Hold it till you are not lightheaded. For those of you that don't have it, stand up. Make sure your feet's on the ground and feel that energy come up your legs, your feet, your ankles. The higher it comes up, the more you're pulling in body, you're becoming heavier. You're not as lightheaded. Feel that energy come up. So now it's at your knees and you've become a little bit heavier, more grounded to the earth, very centered and filled with all these new possibilities. Okay. So if that didn't ground you enough, then guys, go out and hug a tree. Put your hands on the tree, send all your excess energy into the tree for 30 seconds or more if you want, and then ask the tree to send you energy back and you'll ground. If you don't want to do that, eat something or take a bath or a shower. That will ground you. You don't want to walk around spacey, okay? All right, guys, now I'm done. Have a lovely day and we'll catch you tomorrow. Aloha.